Right, hi everyone, welcome back. This is the next part of the Fiesta. We've had to skip forward a little bit because I didn't have the cameras on me at the time and there was so much going on. But here's a couple of pictures of the engine being out and the new one obviously being in. This is now the new one that's in, and this is the old one. So we're just going to get rid of this one now and try and find if someone wants it. So as you can see, we've put the belt on. We've been building bits up as we've been going. We got new bits and pieces, new thermostat housing, new belt, new chains. We've got to put the oil into the gearbox, which we're going to hopefully do soon. Also, we've got bleed the clutch. I've got a new hose to go on here because this one's a bit dodgy. And yeah, so I'm just going to put a few more bits on now whilst I'm just waiting for Chris to come up with the pump so we can put the oil in. And also I'm going to try and get this stud out. We've tried a few different ways. I've just got another extractor tool, so I'm going to try that now and see if that works, so then I can get this back together. So I've got the extractor tool on. Now apparently this does up from 6mm to 12mm. I've just screwed it on like that, so I'm just going to try it now and see if it works. Tighten it on. It's just spinning on the thread at the moment. So try it the other way. So, managed to get the bolt out, which is brilliant because I tried so much stuff to get it out. And I bought one of these, it was 12 quid. I got it from Amazon. And literally all you do is you just sit over the thread. And then all you do is you wind this bit back until it tightens onto it. And then hold that and then use your ratchet anti-clockwise. And then once you've done that, let go of this bit. And then you should be able to turn the whole thing around, and then it seems to grip into there. So I put the new hose on, clean that up in a minute. I just put a Jubilee clip on the bottom, and then it's going to go onto this little bit here. So we've led the clutch, and we've also done the gearbox oil. Also put the rocker cover on now, which is nice and red. This is just a cap that sticks onto the existing one, and we've put the new metal expansion tank on, connected up. Obviously not connected to the radiators yet. We've also got the inlet manifold on, that's all bolted up with the dipstick on. I've put the leads on, but I haven't put the plugs in just yet. There's a little bit of oil, so we're going to try and turn that over and blow that out a little bit. Got that ready. And yeah, so our next part would be basically building back at this side, and then hopefully getting the front panel on and all bolted up to get the radiators back in after they were fiddly on the last one. And then we're pretty much there. So yeah, be putting hopefully the front end on and a cable that was broken. As you can see, it's missing from there, which we need to put in, and also do the front panel. Then hopefully we can get the plugs in, fill the expansion tank up. This is the new one that he's got. Hopefully we can get that filled up. Get his new induction kit that he bought to put that on. And with the negative cable, as the one when we took it out broke off the earth. So there's the front panel, so we'll just give it a quick wipe over. And then trying out the joys of trying to get the radiator and everything back in. Usually goes on the length of the cable. Should be like that. So we finished rebuilding the engine now. we've managed to put the front panel on, if you can see. So we've put the induction in. We've now built the front panel on. We've just filled the coolant up and the power steering. We've checked everything to make sure it's all plugged in. We've just turned it quickly just to see if anything was going to come out of there. We've now put the new plugs in, the leads are on. So now it's a case of cranking it and seeing if we've got any power. So turn that over, Kyle. Make sure it's at gear. It might take a bit to go. I'll just leave it. Wait, I'll start it. Sounding alright. Now we're just going to let it run up. So obviously now we've got to make sure that we get all the air out of the system. We're going to let this run up now, make sure the heaters get hot, and then make sure the fan kicks in. And then yeah, that's a good start though. It started first time, so that's brilliant. So that means we've done something right. So yeah, we'll just let it warm up now. So on these hoses, if you give them a squeeze, sometimes what they do is they push the air out, and it helps it come out the top of there. And then obviously that makes the water flow better, which then warms it up quicker, and then we get heaters and hopefully the fan kick in. It's going to take a little while to do, but should get there eventually, hopefully. Yeah, so now the fan's in, it's got up to temperature, so now that should be all the expansion done now. We've got an issue with the power steering, which we're not quite sure. But do you want to just turn that steering wheel a sec? Only a little bit. It's making a horrible sound, so we need to find out what the issue is with that. But it's running nice, and like I said, it's kicked the fan in now, so it's got out the temperature, so that's all good. All the air is out the system now. So we're just going to turn it off now, double check the oil and everything, and then yeah, happy days.
We found out the issue for the power steering. It turned out that all it needed was bleeding. So we basically turned it a few times, topped up the fluid to the left, to the right on the full lock, and eventually the air come out of it, and it seemed to be working fine now.
So right, so we're going to now put the bumper on and try and get the headlights on a couple of little bits that we've taken off and now painted. As you can probably see, just double check, you can see the front bumper now we've had all the grills done gloss black, and also the rings around the fogs we've done in red. So we're going to try and keep it as a red and black theme. But yeah, we just basically got to try and bolt it back up now. We've got some new bolts as well, because we had issues, if you've seen in the video before, we were having issues with the bolt, so we've managed to get some new ones and a new clip. Car that in that bag.
Yeah.
If you grab out.
I hope we need any new clips.
Yeah, these here, I think. Oh no, we got two there.
Yeah, no, we've got all the clips.
Then, yeah, no, clips might be right.
Yeah.
Might be just bolts. What have you got? 3 clips on that side, yeah?
Yeah.
So we got 3 clips out in the top of the windows, 1 there and 2 underneath here. We took the lining out this side because it was being a pain, but we managed to get away with it that side. I think we might have just undone a couple of screws. What are they, 8 mils?
Yeah.
Do you want to grab an 8 mil socket then? And then they go down in, don't they? Alright.
Yeah.
Right, if we lift them up, and then, oh, have you plugged that in, yeah?
Yeah,
that sensor, that's clicked. Did it click, yeah?
Yeah, because it's working on the dash
right,
now.
cables. Headlight cables need to come up,
yeah,
so we don't trap them in a bumper.
What about the fog light cables?
Yeah, where is the fog lights? Hang on a minute, I've got a couple of...
Ah, mine's here. Should we plug the fogs in first? Have you got your fog?
I don't know where the fog is there.
The green one.
Oh,
on
that's the
bottom.
headlight. That's the
Yeah,
fog, is
yeah,
it? Oh,
that's-
right.
yeah.
Okay.
Your headlight's a chunky one.
I got no. Which one?
Well, the double pin one, the white one, this one. That's fog. That's headlight.
But I got no casing. You got a casing on yours. I ain't got a fog in mine. There's no fog.
No bulb. No bulb.
No. Huh. Right, lift them up. How do we do this?
It
Goes like that, and then these pins go up in those holes, don't they?
Yeah.
I reckon that goes over the top there.
One of my pins is bent though. Might have to bend
Yeah,
it.
no, I think it's meant to be like that because this one is as well.
Oh right. Okay. No.
I think. Yeah, like that.
There.
That's it. So there's 3 little tabs in here which slot in, so there's like 3 slots in there as well, so they
There we
slot
go.
in,
And then-
and then that'll sort of line you up a bit better. Should hold it as well, really. So the bumper is in. We've had to get a couple of nuts and bolts because the bolts that were in there were rubbish. We've managed to use a few in this side, so it's nice and strong on there, both sides. So now we're just putting in the headlight, which is 2 on the top and then 1 on the side, and then we should be able to do that. Right, so the headlights are back in now. 2 at the top, and then you've got 1 little bolt in the side, and that's all that holds them on. Kind of turn the lights on then, see if they work. So the daytimes are on. Yeah. And then what's that? You got the ignition on? Ignition on. Yeah. So they're on. Headlights. Main beam, sorry. Yeah. And then indicators. Just put like hazards on or something. That's the right one. The left one. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so all done. Headlights are in. We've got to just sort out the other fog light. We've got 1 fog light at the moment because the other one's, we've got to find a plug for it. But everything else, we've topped the coolant up. Seems to be running sweet. Just obviously we've got to take it for a drive soon. Check that. All we've got to do now is just drop in the wheel arch. But obviously we need to sort out that bit that's missing, as you can see there, just missing from the fog light. Figure out where that's gone. Then we can get the lining back in. But everything else is done on this side. So literally apart from that 1 bit, this is done. I'll do a little one in another video just to let you guys know how it's sort of done when the first I'll let you guys know how it's gone with the first test drive. But yeah, if you've liked this video, please click the thumbs up and click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.